It's September favorites time, and it's time for someone to hammer outside my house. I've just decided to become one with the hammering and the lawn mowing and all the other outside obstructions because they're not going anywhere, and neither am I. So we're gonna power through. And look, I just put Luke behind me. He's being camera shy today. I think it's like 2 or 3 videos he has just not wanted to be in. He gets in his bed back there. Can you see him? He's not cooperating. This is the most random faves and fails video I think I've ever had. I can't even begin to describe to you the random assortment of things that I have sitting in front of me, and some of them are fails, some of them are favorites. I'm just gonna go through them kind of randomly, or maybe with some order. It would be more like me to have order to do it, so I'll have some kind of order. But first, I promised you I was gonna give you my thoughts on the 2 new Peaches and Cream powders from the Too Faced Just Peachy collection. The setting powder, I've been using this a lot. I've been using it with all kinds of foundations. I really do like it. There are some times when I feel like if I'm extra dry underneath my eyes, it doesn't set that well, but the majority of the time it actually looks really good underneath the eye, and I was kind of surprised about that because I do have dry under eyes. This powder I find sets better with a dense fluffy powder brush than it does with my normal damp beauty blender method. I don't know why. It's so finely milled. I do find that to be very similar to the By Terry hyaluronic powder. I can't set that with the damp beauty blender either. It's just too fine, and it just sets weird when I do that. So I do use a brush for this, which is kind of unlike me. So that's just something to note with this particular powder. And the finishing powder. I feel like I should have a solid verdict on this powder by now, but I don't. I have been using it. The embossing, is that what you call that, is kind of faded and gone away. I enjoy using it. It works well with my skin. It looks good, but I feel like with most finishing powders, I see what's happening on my skin. There's either a little bit of blurring or you really can't see my pores anymore. With this, I feel like when I apply it, no, it doesn't give a peach tint or anything like that like you think it would. I mean, I guess it does on my finger when I swatch it, but on the face it doesn't, so that's good. It doesn't change the color of your makeup. I put it on my face and I can't see what it does, but yet it does something to help make my makeup look more perfect. So I guess that's a good thing. I just can't quite put my finger on it. I don't really see major blurring. I don't see major pore concealing. I don't see major soft focusing candlelit glowness going on either, but it does something to enhance the look of my makeup. So, you know, I don't think it's my favorite finishing powder that I've used, although I do like it and I've enjoyed using it. I just can't pinpoint exactly what it's doing to my face, which is kind of weird. I was going through Target a couple weeks ago and I was looking at the water bottles and the coffee mugs and things like that, and I came across a cup that I have, and it was all shiny and new and pretty, and I was reminded of how much I love that cup and how I have very particular reasons for using it when I use it, and how much I've raved about this cup to my friends, and those who have gotten it love it just as much as I do. It is the Contigo, I don't know what it's called. I'll have a link below so you can see it. I'm so embarrassed at how faded and scratched up this is, but you can tell it's obviously a favorite because it's gotten a lot of use. The reason why I like this is because not only is it a straw cup, but it seals right there to where you shake it. I think it might be called shake and go. You might be going to a place where you might be mixing up a drink. Let's just say to a Mardi Gras parade, or a picnic, whatever. And you might want to have a little vodka lemonade, or maybe you just want to mix up a powdered drink of some sort, a non-alcoholic drink. This is perfect because you put in your beverage, you put in whatever you're mixing up, your ice and everything, you shake it, you can put it all in there and travel with it in your bag, nothing spills out. And then when you're ready to drink, you pop your straw in. Nothing separate's needed. You're not gonna spill. It's sealed nicely. I just love this cup. I've used it for several years. It's kind of my parade picnic travel cup. I think it's great. I was reminded of that the other day and I wanted to share it with you guys, and I might need a new one too because mine is so tattered looking. Next up is a candle. I'm very particular about candles that I burn in my home. I don't want them to be too strong or too overpowering, but they have to have some throw. I like a comforting scent. Usually what I burn ends up being asked about, and a lot of times people have gone home and Googled and bought what they have smelled in my house. I just am very particular about what I burn. One of those scents I've mentioned on here quite a few times, it's Nest Moroccan Amber, and I reuse the jars. I'll clean them out and reuse them, especially if it's a little bit pricier of a candle, because I feel like, you know, if I'm gonna invest that in a candle, I wanna get my money out of the packaging that it comes in. So a candle that I just recently found, and I think that I'm late in discovering this, is the Capri Blue Volcano scent is the candle. It reminds me of if you've ever burned Circle E's Bird of Paradise candle. It's got a blend of citrus and sugar, but it's not overly sweet, and it's a great scent when you want something a little bit lighter in your house, but it's not overpowering or too soft. I have really enjoyed this candle, and I do plan on cleaning this out and reusing this lovely mercury glass container. I also got it the first time I tried it in the smaller size to see if I liked it. And I do have that smaller size linked below, I think. And I'm keeping the mercury glass jar from that. They have them in plain jars too. I love mercury glass. I'm a sucker for it. And back to Target. I have several Target favorites this month. I go there pretty often. I love Target. The first is this sweatshirt that I came across in their sleepwear section. I think I walked by and felt it and immediately turned back around to go see what I had just felt. The bottom of the sweatshirt looks like this, and it's got that kind of crisscross. I bought a size up. I may have even bought 2 sizes up because I wanted it to be big enough to where I could wear it in the winter or fall with leggings. And they're by that Gilligan and O'Malley brand, and they do have a hood on them. They're a hoodie. And I just loved them. I love the way they feel. They're so incredibly soft. I got it in gray and black because I just loved it so much. And I live in stuff like that in the fall. It's super comfortable, but it's cute. And I don't think that that's sleepwear. That is just loungewear. You could even wear that running errands or whatever, because it's basically a hooded sweatshirt. And I got the matching pants, and they're made of the same thing. They're so comfortable and soft. I'm gonna be wearing these all winter, all fall, if it ever gets cold here. The next items that I have from Target are 2 pairs of shoes. And they're very comfortable and they're adorable. Sometimes with pointy-toed shoes, I find them a little uncomfortable. These are comfortable, and they are also linked below. I don't have the name. Mossimo is the brand, and they're just that Dorsey flat. They look expensive, but they're not. I actually have some links below to options if for some reason you don't like to shop at Target. I find these to be very in, and they kind of elevate an outfit. There have been a couple of outfits that I threw on to run somewhere just casually that I could have put a flip-flop on or a different type of shoe, and when I put this on with them, it looked a little dressier, and I think these were $19 each. I got them in gray and I got them in black, and I've been wearing them all the time, and they go from summer to fall to spring. They're really seasonless, if you will. I've been really using and really liking this power bank that was sent to me from a company I never heard of, Tech Snake. I really wasn't expecting to like this as much as I do. I have used this a lot. And it's this nice trendy blush color. They have white and they have aqua too. I don't know why I didn't get the aqua, because that's usually a color I would get, but I think the blush just appealed to me. It's not small. This is my phone, and I do have kind of a big case on my phone right now because my regular case cracked. So you can see the size. I mean, it's bigger than my phone. This isn't something I'm gonna bring in a crossbody bag or a clutch or anything like that, because it's got some heft to it. But I've used this quite often. It charges pretty fast, and it keeps a charge for a while. Can you see those lights lit up right there? I hope you can see that. This still has 4 bars, and I used this a week ago, I think. It keeps a charge in it, and it really works well at juicing up my phone. And I don't know if you're like me, but my battery dies all the time. So anytime I can have something on the go, I do bring it with me when I'm carrying just a regular purse, or if I'm carrying a tote, or just at home and I'm not near a plug and I'm lazy. So I've been liking this, and it's not expensive at all. So I'll link that below so you can check that out, because Good quality power banks are hard to come by, and this one has really been a surprise for me, and I wasn't expecting to like it. I'm like, yeah, sure, send me your power bank. And I like that it looks somewhat fashionable, I guess. I mean, I know that really doesn't matter, but it's kind of cute. An early video on my channel was my fragrance collection, which you can see right back there on that shelf, which Ballard Designs no longer makes, which I think is a shame because it was a great piece that they carried. I love perfume. I have quite a few and I rotate them. I have definite favorites. I should probably do an updated video because some of those favorites have changed and I've gained some new favorites since that video. Being the perfume lover that I am, when fragrance.com contacted me to see if I could go through the ordering experience and tell you guys a little bit about their website, I said, absolutely. This is not sponsored. I'm just telling you about what I experienced, and it does happen to be positive, thankfully. They're also offering you guys 25% off of your entire order now through October 31st with the code StephMarie25. I'll have the link and the promo code and the link to the perfumes that I purchased down below. They give discounts on all kinds of perfumes. They carry a ton of different brands. It was easy to order and it shipped very quickly and everything arrived in perfect condition. I don't know how they give better pricing, but they do. The first perfume that I ordered was Elisab Le Parfum. And first of all, can we talk about how pretty this bottle is and how great it's gonna look on my shelf, but that is not why I ordered the perfume. I ordered it because I've heard a lot about it throughout the years. It's been on my wish list, but I can't find this brand anywhere. And it really seems to be kind of elusive online as well. It's just a creamy white floral that's really elegant and has good lasting power. I've really enjoyed this perfume. Another one that's been on my radar since I sprayed it on myself in Ulta and wore it all day a couple of times is Gucci Bamboo. Love this bottle too. I think it's gonna look so great sitting on my perfume shelf. It's a floral with a citrus. It's more light and casual, but it's really lovely on my skin. I love the way it settles in. It's light enough to wear really for any occasion. Now, to give you an idea about the pricing on the fragrance.com website, the retail price for this is $78 and fragrance.com's price is $47. So that's a pretty good deal. The last perfume that I wanted to try is Givenchy Organza. It reminds me of an elegant tall woman and a genie all in one. This is more of an oriental floral. It's got nutmeg, vanilla, and white florals, and it's warm and sweet, but it's not cloyingly sweet. I don't like a lot of very cloyingly, overly vanilla sweet fragrances. This one is very lovely. The retail price is $90 for this, and fragrance.com has it for $65. So if you're looking for perfume and you want a good price, I would definitely check out their website, and I do have those links below with a further discount for you guys through the end of October. I'm gonna end with makeup and continue with body stuff right now. I feel like this is a brand that I think I've heard one other YouTuber talk about, and that's Mandy Davis. She mentioned this line in one of her videos as having used it and liked it for a long time, and I thought, hey, I really like that line too. They've sent me some things and I keep forgetting to talk about them, and I feel horrible because they're things that I'm using on a regular basis, and sometimes those are the things that become more daily and mundane and we forget to talk about them. But I've loved the Camille Beckman line from day one when I first tried it, and no one knows about her. So I like to tell you guys about these brands. All of her products are made in the USA. They don't test on animals. They're gluten-free, and she uses natural ingredients. I just think it's a great company and it's great products all around, and they work. They're effective. So she reached out to me to give you guys 20% off of your first order with the code that I have in the description box. Her body lotions, I feel, are so silky and light, but moisturizing at the same time. When I think about common body lotions, I think about Bath & Body Works because, you know, we've all tried those at one time, whether you like them or not. The creams are a little thick and I don't want to say greasy. You know, they work, but they're a little thick. The lotions are very lotiony and liquidy. These are silky. That's the only way to describe them, and they do keep my skin moisturized all day and in lotion format, and the scents are so nice. She has a lot of scents to choose from. I'm just gonna go through really quickly because I feel like this video is getting long. She has sent me some of her bath soaks. They've been really nice. This is the only one that I have left, and I'm glad I had one because I wanted to show it to you, but I've really liked them. The scent is nice. It's not overpowering, and I like the way they make my skin feel when I get out of the bath. Another product from her that I'm in love with is her hand cream. Now, if there's another thing in this video that you're gonna learn about me other than the fact that I am picky about candles, it's that I am hugely, insanely picky about my hand cream. I constantly have some with me in my purse. I have some by every sink in this house because after I wash my hands, I have to put on some kind of lotion. My hands are really dry. I can count on one hand the number of hand creams that I actually truly like and use regularly. And this has worked its way into the rotation. I typically don't like scented hand creams. This particular scent, Orange Cream, it smells light and sweet, but it's not overpowering. And every time I put it on, I'm like, love the way my hands smell. Some scents I just really hate having on my hands because I feel like they compete with everything else. This doesn't, yet it smells really, really good. And this is the Orange Cream. Did I already say that? I love her hand creams. Another product that I've been loving and using every day, and I don't have it here in front of me because it's in my shower, is her shower gel, bath gel. I think that's what it's called. I'll put the name below. But I love it. It's a great shower gel. A lot of times they can dry your skin out. And the one that I have is the Cucumber Aloe, and it's such a nice scent. It doesn't compete with any lotion I put on after it. It moisturizes my skin nicely, but cleans it well too. So I just really love her products that I've tried. I like that it's a smaller company, that I can tell you about it because I feel like it's highly underrated and she has really good products. I could do a whole other video on makeup favorites because you've heard me talk about some that I'm really loving from this month, but this video is gonna be an hour long, and you know, two foundations, the Bare Minerals BarePro and the Too Faced Peach Perfect. I love both of them. I've been using them all month long. I think they're great. So just know that those are in my favorites too. They're on my radar. I haven't forgotten about them. I have been loving the Stila brow pens, which is such a shock to me because I stayed away from brow pens for a really long time thinking that they were going to overcomplicate my brow routine and that they would be too hard and too specific to use and get done with my brows quickly. I have the shade Medium and Light Ash, and here they are swatched. I like these because I am finding that using a brow growth serum that my brows are starting to grow in, but some of them are growing in downwards on this eyebrow. And so I find that my arch is not as high on this brow as it is on this brow. So I can fill in with my normal brow pencil and still have it look natural, but where I need hairs to mimic actual hairs, I will fill in with this brow pen really quickly where I need to be filled in, where there's any gaps. And it looks really natural and it's super quick. I use the lightest hand possible. I learned about these from Sharon Farrell. She did a whole video on how to use them. If you want to check that out, that's how I learned about them. She does a great tutorial and everything on that if you want to check those out. The last two favorites are lip products. And the first I just got in my September BoxyCharm. So this is a last minute add to my favorites. It's the Trestique Matte Color and Shiny Balm Lip Crayon in Florence Fig. I love that it's got a lip balm on one end, and on the other end, this magnetized lid comes off and you have your lip color. It's just so portable, so easy to use, and the color is great and natural. You can see it on Brooke's lips in my BoxyCharm unboxing video that I just did recently. The next that I'm going to talk about is MAC Modesty. And I don't know where this color's been all my life. This is such a great neutral without being a faded pinky nude. It's a great Lips But Better nude, actually, pinky brown. It's the Cream Sheen formula. I just layered it on top of what I had left on my lips so you could see it on my face. I feel like this would be super flattering on a lot of people, and I don't know why this color is not talked about more, or is it, and I'm just not aware of it. But I love it, and I wish I had discovered it sooner because it's really working its way into my regular lipstick rotation. I feel like it can look professional, casual, dressy. It's just a really versatile shade, and it's flattering. I have three fails. No, well, four, I guess. Two of them are mascaras. The first, I just literally threw this in here today because I tried to use it in a tutorial and I remembered why I don't like it. I was reusing it again because it is a good natural mascara for a base coat. It's not volumizing on me whatsoever, and that's why I use it. It's waterproof, it holds my curl, I use it for my base coat. Then I remembered how hard it is to declump this with a lash comb. It's awful and it takes forever. So I am putting this in my bad bin and getting rid of it. And the Too Faced Better Than Sex Waterproof Mascara, which I've previously raved about in other videos. I got the full size and brought it with me on our trip to New York and Washington, D.C., and it smudged onto my brow bone the entire time we were there. I constantly had to wipe my brow bone. I mean, I did my powder trick and everything, but I just felt like this was way, way, way more high maintenance, and I want to say that it flaked too. The next fail, and we're almost done. I used the L'Oreal Hydrogenius Daily Moisturizer. This one is for normal or oily skin. I used this about 3 times before it went right out of my bathroom. I actually bought this a while back, and I don't know if I just liked what it said on the bottle or on the package and threw it in my cart or whatever. Anyway, it sat in my bathroom for a while because I'm always trying different skincare, and I pulled it back out. I decided to try it. It was all going well, and I happened to think, hey, wonder what the ingredients are. Alcohol is the 3rd ingredient in this product, and the directions say to use it every morning and night after cleansing. So if this is your next step after cleansing, or maybe this is your final step in your skincare routine, and it's got alcohol, not one of the good alcohols, a drying alcohol in it, how is that good for your skin? Why would you put that in a moisturizing product? And it's not like the damage to the skin is gonna show up right away for every person. It may take some time, but drying alcohol is a 3rd ingredient in a skincare product that you're putting on twice a day. Come on, really? Okay, the final product is kind of comical. I actually was gonna put it in last month's video, but I couldn't find it, so it's in this one. It's something I got from the Nordstrom anniversary sale in July, and I was all excited about it because, you know, I travel sometimes and I wanted something from my beauty blenders. So I got the Beauty Blender Airport Pro that Nordstrom had on their site. And it didn't look like the other Beauty Blender Airport Pros that I had seen that are nice and compact. This one is like a big zipper pouch, and it came with 2 beauty blenders and a solid cleanser, which is cool. So you get a lot for your money. But I mean, I don't understand why this is considered portable. I mean, I guess you could fold it, but I mean, it could be half this size and be more compact. The other one is kind of circular and it zips up. If I can find it, I'll insert a pic. I don't think they have this anymore. Maybe they got complaints, but I don't see the point of having this and throwing 2 beauty blenders in it when you've got all this extra room. It's just a weird item to me. I just don't get it. It definitely was not what I was expecting from a travel-sized product. I mean, if you look at it compared to my Sweet Peach palette, it's not travel sized whatsoever. It's huge. Now I know it'll smush and it'll fold, but that's really not portable. It's like the size of a big Kleenex box. You can fit tissues in here and travel with it. So that's it for this lengthy September faves and fails video. I know it was random, it was all over the place, but I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. If you're not subscribed to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. I would love to have you here on a regular basis. And if you're not following me on social media, I'll put those on the screen and down below. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.